Hey guys, it's Melissa with the Raw Lifestyle, and today is December 1st, 2012. Yesterday was my graduation and pinning ceremony for completing the LPN program at GRCC, and I'm really excited and very proud to be done. But at what cost? As you all know, like it's been a very difficult process. You guys have all been with me for, the past, year and a half, almost 2 years. I guess I just want to give you a brief synopsis of what's been going on with me, and then I plan to do like a follow-up series. You all know that I embarked on a health journey, January 2011. And then I lost a significant amount of weight. I was, really healing myself from the inside out, learning a lot about raw foods, and documenting my journey the whole way. I did a juice fast, May to June, I believe, and that was like the best time of my life. The awakenings I had, everything that happened to me during that time, it's truly amazing, and I cherish all the moments, and I'm so glad that I documented it. Then I found out I ended up getting some routine vaccines for the nursing program right after the juice fast, actually. I had some lab work done during the juice fast, and everything was perfect. Like my thyroid was perfect, like everything was so perfect. I even posted it. I completed the series of immunizations, and then I continued to eat raw, mostly vegan. I was, eating a lot of cheese and stuff still, but found out that I was pregnant in October, November of 2011. Was a vegetarian at that time, or not at that time, but I went vegetarian January 2012. Complete vegetarian, but I was, making the advancements towards that, still eating very high raw. So found out I was pregnant, decided to ask the doctor, hey, could you test my thyroid? Because I know that's one thing that can go really wonky during pregnancy. It just does. So he tested me and told me that I had Hashimoto's Thyroiditis. This was November, that I needed to start meds, October. And then I was really struggling internally with having to go on meds and being pregnant and trying to be as healthy as possible and, as clean as possible. Well, through scare tactics and everything, I decided to start the meds in November of 2011. It was a low dose. It was like 50 micrograms of Synthroid. I was on it for 2 months. January 2012, I started feeling hyperactive symptoms, so I took myself off. March, April, I had more blood work. I was normal, on no meds, and so everything was fine. My diet was wonderful. I was pretty much all raw, except I was still eating cheese and all that. Because I felt like I needed the calories. I felt like this was all new to me, and now I'm pregnant, and I need to make sure that, I get my whatever I thought I needed from, the dairy. I wasn't eating any meat. And then I had my beautiful daughter in June, and again had my thyroid and all the labs tested. I was a little anemic, but I had just had a baby, so I was on iron supplements, was taking them when I thought about it. But thyroid normal again, and then June, July, August, I believe it was August, end of August, I had blood work done again, and my thyroid was showing hyper. Again, still not on meds, and all this still going through the nursing program. High stress. At this point in my life, stress is just building and building and building, and oh my gosh, horrid stress. I started eating really bad, not really bad, but what I had been used to. Time constraints, raising kids, just everything I had going on. I started leaning more towards like packaged food, still primarily vegan and high raw, but all percentage decreasing, and dairy, I started incorporating that back into my diet. Heavy amounts of dairy. Insane amounts of dairy. So then, just slowly, like, I started getting fatigued and, muscle weakness, and my hair's falling out. Like, one shower would be what somebody should lose in a week or two. And my symptoms just got worse and worse and worse, and I just was like, I had to do 80 hours of clinicals, worked my tail off, and 2 hours sleep, breastfeeding, milk getting low, just wreaking havoc in my body, overeating, destroying my digestive, just distress, and trying to compensate for lack of time, and getting enough calories for breastfeeding, and everything that I was going through. To the point where I became so fatigued I couldn't move. I couldn't really walk towards the end of my clinicals. And so I decided to see an endocrinologist and just see, hey, what's going on? Maybe there's something going on with my thyroid again, or it's kind of funny, I'm the one asking for these blood tests. It's not like, I call the doctor and they suggest these things. It's kind of crazy, but anyways, so the tests come back. My TSH levels are 111.44. Okay, you're like in a toxic state at like 5 or 6. I'm 111. My pituitary is sending out the thyroid stimulating hormone, circulating my blood, but thyroid is not doing what it's supposed to. My T3, free T3 and free T4 levels are almost non-existent, so my thyroid is not working at all. But it was working back in August when I was slightly hyperactive. So it's not destroyed. Yes, I believe I have an autoimmune problem. I am actually going to go back and call about the antibodies, what were my antibodies back then, and kind of get some of those results going too. I plan to do a whole follow-up series, so I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I just wanted to kind of let you guys know I'm really sick. I am extremely ill. I can't hardly keep my eyes open. I can't get enough sleep. I can't walk. I can't think. I can't type. I'm filling up with fluid. My face is puffy. I can feel it. It's awful. And I know it's not taking care of myself, not sleeping right, way too much stress, not eating healthy. The dairy, I'm sure, really messed me up. Awful, awful, awful. So now I'm faced with a dilemma, and it's a huge dilemma for me. Doc says take 200 micrograms levothyroxine synthroid, synthetic hormone. Sure, doc. Yeah, I might feel better taking that med. 4 to 6 weeks, I might start to feel better. I need to feel better now. Like last night was my graduation. I almost couldn't walk. And when I got done, I sat down and like almost passed out. I felt like I got run over by a Mack truck. Anybody with low thyroid, or especially like the Hashimotos, knows what I'm talking about as far as symptoms. And that's why I'm making this video, so you guys can see kind of what's happened to me in just a few short months, because it wasn't too long ago I posted that video about, my weight loss. And that's another thing. I've gained almost back up to where I was prior to the juice fast. And some of it's diet, yes. A lot of it's a fluid. With this Hashimoto's, I'm just tons of fluid accumulation. I'm scared. I really am. But I know there's an alternative to the meds, because the meds, it's going to be a yo-yo effect. It's going to be an up and down thing for how long, and how long is it going to take me to feel better. So I have a lot of people telling me I caused this to myself when I went on that juice fast. No, I didn't. I felt the best I've ever felt in my life. I think that the vaccines had a huge effect on my immune system. I feel like the stress and the diet and the out of controlness of everything I've gone through has contributed to this returning, and with a vengeance. And it's almost like, my body was trying to tell me something back then when I got off the juice fast and I was eating healthy, and then slowly started, getting back into dairy and all that. And now my body's like, boom, wake up. The only way is 100% raw. And I keep telling myself that it's not, like, that, just being vegan is good enough. Being high raw vegan is good enough. Well, the state that I'm at right now, I mean, I've been back to very high raw vegan for the last 3 days. I've been eating like cooked vegan stew, all homemade stuff. I had been, leaning too much on processed foods there towards the end of the nursing program because I didn't have time. I just didn't have time for anything. There's days I would eat a ton of bananas, and then they started not to agree with me so much, and just felt like a huge brick. So that was like my convenience food was like taken away because they were so easy and quick. Okay, so I'll wrap this up with, I guess, what I'm deciding. And last night I was just bawling in tears, almost went to the hospital. Like, they can really fix me. It's not like they can give me a shot to fix my symptoms today. Nothing can. I know I need to probably stop breastfeeding, and that's one thing I don't want to do. I have to detox. I have to detox. It's either get sicker, keep breastfeeding and keep getting sicker and sicker, detox and keep breastfeeding on meds. I don't have much choice as far as that goes because I'm almost too sick to breastfeed. I feel like I'm just going to have to make some sacrifices along the way. Maybe I'll stop for the month of December and just really just hit detox hard and get some new blood tests and see where I'm at. Not sure where to go with that. Last night almost took the med. I had decided I'm not going to take the meds. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do 100% raw. I'm going to juice fast, colonics, foot detox, lymph drainage and massage, acupressure massage, quantum biofeedback, maybe a couple supplements like selenium. I don't really feel, I can't chew, I can barely talk. I get very fatigued eating. So I feel like December 1st, I feel like maybe I'll start with just liquids, do smoothies, clean up my colon. The one symptom that has already started alleviating is the constipation. Like, I couldn't go to the bathroom at all for so many weeks, and now that's really improved. So that just shows the power of raw food. So I'm just asking for advice. If anybody has healed themselves through Hashimoto's, have they just not taken the pills? Because there's a couple different options. I can get on the pills, start to feel better enough to exercise and to live. I mean, I have to take the state boards. The brain fog is insane. I'm surprised I'm even making sense right now, or maybe I'm not. I have to study for state boards. There's so much on my plate still, but I do realize I need to slow down, and if I can't eliminate the stress, learn ways to alleviate it. I just completed my yoga program, so I have all those tools. I just finished this semester with a 4.0. I had an A in my nursing class and taking the yoga class on top of it. All very demanding. I'm super proud of what I've accomplished, but I feel so handicapped. I'm so paralyzed by this right now, and there's a couple different routes that I have in mind to take. I plan to do a series of healing through healing my Hashimoto's, whatever route I choose to take. I plan to not start meds. I plan that as a plan B. The muscle soreness is awful. I'm so tight all over. I have every symptom that there is for Hashimoto's and low thyroid. I'm so off the charts that they wondered why I wasn't in a coma already, and that's what scares me, because that's how I felt last night. Was like my throat was swelling, I couldn't swallow, I could breathe, and I know in my heart I can get better. through an alternative route. People heal themselves from cancer. I mean, I don't want this video to be forever long. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm really sick. A lot of it I've already gone over. A lot of it is immune related. It's getting my immune system stronger. I know I need to call Dr. M. I know funds are tight. I know he charges a lot for consultations. I'm thinking of just getting some adrenal stuff from him and maybe thyroid. Even thought about parasites. Like, there's just so much. But I plan to do a lot of videos this month of December. I'm super glad for all your support. Definitely follow my journey because it's only beginning right now. I know that even though I can't go out there and work as a nurse right now, I'm sure it's all in the plan. I have to heal myself before I can heal others. I have so many ideas of ways I could be used in this movement and in educating people about nutrition, even if it's so small as community nutrition classes. So many people I found aren't even aware that there's pesticides on produce. If I can just bring some awareness, but I have to get better first. So this is me right now, and I weighed myself this morning. Like I said, I'm not quite, but I know a lot of it's fluid. Weight loss, it has to be not my focus. I have to focus on healing, and the weight loss will come. So stay tuned for my journey, what I decide to do. And I'm so glad to have you all for support, no matter what choices I do make. And I'd love to hear from you all. And God bless everybody.